myself. Take me right back to the start.
Hello guys, it's BlazeMax here and welcome back to another freaking video. So today we're gonna see where we left off at the sounds of her love. So she kinda decided to ask if she can come over to my house. So it's gonna be interesting to hear why though. All I have to do is introduce her to my family. It's not that much of a problem, is what I'd like to think. Still, I was going to have to face this burden eventually. I can't keep my family hidden forever. It'd be rude to do so, despite how unique they are. I'll just have to call them. With a quick press on the screen, I lift my phone to my ear as Sari watches on with the confused articulation made profound by her features. Quite possibly she's at odds as to why I'm so hesitant to get this over with. But she'll soon find out why exactly that is. Hello, who might this be? Unconventionally, my father answers to the phone bashfully. Hey Dad. Oh son, we've been wondering where you are. I've just been out, and inside I should have probably let someone know I would be coming home later than usual, but there's no fixing that anymore. Now with Sari by my side, shivering slightly as she stands within the path of a typical autumn gust, getting this call over with is my top priority. Not just to get her out of the cold, but my father has a habit of dragging on conversations by asking unnecessary questions. Out where? Didn't I tell you? If you've been on any dates, I want to know about it. In the background, my mother's muffled voice can just about be distinguished. It sounds as if she's scolding him. Anyway, your mother's dinner is almost ready, so be sure to get home quick. There won't be any left by the time you get back. I wouldn't be surprised. Would it be okay if I brought someone over? She normally cooks enough for 2 of you. Do whatever you please, son, as long as it doesn't bother me. How he expects me to know what he'd be bothered by is just another oddity fitting of this man. No matter what though, I can't change the fact that he's my father. At the times he isn't butting his way into my social life, I can really appreciate the upbringing he gave me. Nevertheless, bringing Sari anywhere near him is likely to send him into a real frenzy. As reluctant as I am, I still have that very girl peering towards me with her typical sheepish gaze. Turning her down isn't an option. Alright, I'll be home soon. Hanging up in almost an instant, I return my phone to its usual home within my pocket and turn towards Sari with an uneasy smile. I hope you like bangers and mash. Given that she's Welsh, she's indubitably familiar with our British cuisine. Despite being Japanese, my father's Anglophilia inhibits us from eating any real native food.
That's fine. I'm glad that I'm allowed to come over.
Okay. Running her delicate hand over the strands of her silky hair, Sari responds with an endearing smile. Maybe in the end, letting my family know of our relationship isn't such a bad idea. Having found a girl so perfect, I don't think my father would be disappointed. Even finding a girl alone would be enough to satisfy him. Hopefully he'll stop pestering me over the topic now that he can finally see who I've fallen for. Well, we should probably get going.
It's cold.
I know it's cold. As our feet tap against the floor, the pair of us embrace the warmth of my house, passing through the door I've become so familiar with. Not so long ago, everything about my life had been shifted around, moved, and adjusted. Having gotten so used to life here, having arrived not so long ago, it's great that so much has happened in the time we've been here. It's great that I've found a life I'm happy with.
So, this is your house?
Yes. No. We just entered a stranger's house. Fucking sick, dude. It might not be as fancy as hers, despite my father's earnings, but living anywhere else would be really strange. As humans, despite fearing change, we adapt to it ever so quickly. I'm home. Almost as if prompted, the sound of footsteps make themselves distinct from the living room. Well, here goes. Oblivious, Sari stands and watches inquisitively, oh my god, as the broad man blocks our path. It's a shame she plays the harp and not the flute. Ah, son, you're back! And never in my life have I seen this man silenced so suddenly, his eyes fixed towards Sari, as if he was staring right at the heart of an alien world. Whoa. No ounce of expression remains on his typically emotive face. Whatever he's thinking, whatever happens next is not my responsibility. Son, I've never been more proud of you in my life. When's the wedding? What the fuck?
Wedding?
With a hearty laugh, he continues on with his inquisitions, set off almost in a state of disbelief and euphoria. You sure have caught a nice catch, son. What is the fine girl's name?
Carrie. Short for Carrie Twin.
Oh, Carrie! I'm actually retarded. Ah, Welsh, huh? I thought you didn't look Japanese. It's nice to meet you, Carrie. Okay, I'm gonna call her Carrie. I called her Sari forever. Oh my god. It's not like that fact wasn't obvious.
It's nice to meet you.
Darling, come here for a second. We have guests. Despite being renowned older, my father still groups me as one of those said guests, even though Sari's the only one here. Carrie! Like Jesus. Emerging from the kitchen, my mother looks onwards towards Carrie with a slightly milder sense of surprise than my father's. Welcome home, son! It looks like your father's words have really gotten to you then. Smiling before us, taking her place next to my father, she looks onwards towards Carrie with a friendly smile. It's nice to meet you.
Carrie.
Carrie, that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Oh my god. If her father was here, I'd expect him to comment something like, I chose him myself, but I'm honestly glad someone in my family can greet her like a normal person. So Carrie, what does your family do? Surely a girl like that has a wealthy background. She goes to that school after all.
My father? He's an engineer.
An engineer? I can respect that. What about your mother?
My mother?
Carrie falls almost silent, save for her breathing. Her face, it's an expression I didn't think I'd ever have to see again. Her entire aura now shifted by a cloud of depression, her troubles coming back to haunt her. Unintentionally, my father stands there clueless as his gaze increases the pressure upon us. I have to do something. She's an optician. Throwing out the first thing I can think of. Hopefully it's enough to deflect the conversation. I can't let Carrie feel sad again. Optician? You better be getting a good deal on those glasses then, girl. Carrie raises her head, a clear look of woe still lingering in her eyes. Regardless of that fact, my father continues as if nothing is abnormal. Well, I'll leave you two lovebirds at it. Who knows, maybe one day she'll actually be your girlfriend.
I am his girlfriend.
Letting the cat out of the bag, my father looks on towards Carrie with the same expressionless stare before turning to another brash smile. Son, I'm glad I didn't wear one. You can't just say that to him. What? He knows it's a joke. As the pair walk off in the kitchen, engaged in another session of family banter, Carrie and I are left alone in the hallway, together silent. Well, those were my parents. Are you okay? Delving back into the topic of her mother is not something either of us really wants, but I can't leave her alone in a saddened state. I can't let her continue to bear those burdens.
It's fine. Thank you for clearing it up.
Raising her hand to line her eyes with mine, Sari catches me once again in her trance. Cheeks reddened, she puffs them up once she takes notice of mine.
You like looking at me, don't you?
I can't help it, that's your fault. She responds with a warm, cute giggle.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to see your room, and just how messy it really is.
It's not fucking messy. I clean my room. Leaving me with a smug grin, Carrie boldly makes her way past me towards the staircase. Hey! It's almost reminiscent, following her very footsteps up a flight of stairs. Now that she's here before me, and not sitting in some field 6,000 miles west of her, of here, I can really be content with the scene before me, knowing that we found one another. See? It's not that messy after all. Idling with my room, I watch on as Carrie stands motionless, taking in the environment around her. The evening light embracing her skin as she stands facing out towards the world outside. A world moving right before her eyes, yet she still stands there motionless. Remaining rather distant, a small sigh escapes her mouth, enough to tell me that something's wrong. Throughout the day, glimpses of Carrie's own feelings have reached out, manifested themselves. I should have noticed sooner. It's unlike her to be blatant about her feelings. Carrie.
I don't deserve this. I don't.
Carrie, please, what's wrong?
It's just unreal. There isn't anything special about me.
Turning around, Sari's body now faces straight towards me, her face coated in a familiar sense of woe. A feeling I never wanted to feel again, rising up from inside.
Nobody has ever been nice to me before. All my life. My mother. My classmates. I've never known anything different. Please, just tell me the truth.
Lifting her head, Carrie looks deep within my eyes, teardrops welling up against the amber within her eyes. Seeing her like this, knowing what she's been through, I can't blame her. For me, The past month has felt like a dream. I've even tried pinching myself just to be sure, but there's no doubting it. Right now, I'm in a relationship with her, as if we were made for each other. As cliche as it may be, I don't think that I'd ever be happy with anyone else. That's why I can't let it all fall down. If she wants the truth, then I'll happily give it to her. I wasn't lying when I told you that you were important, Carrie. Just over a month ago, we were in the very same situation. Carrie before me, lost in a world of darkness. I want to be her light as much as she's mine. Over and over, I tell myself how important Carrie has been to me. Moving here, lost in a new world, Carrie pulled me out of what I once thought to be a dead end. She gave me a change. She gave me a chance to change myself. Whether you think you deserve it or not, none of that matters to me. What matters is right here. Placing my finger upon my chest, Sari directs her eyes towards the very essence of love itself. Heart. I love you, Sari. Nothing is going to change that. You'll always be special to me. She lifts her head once more, now with a look of relief in her eyes. With all the hardship this girl has faced, knowing that we can overcome them together is an indescribable feeling. Like love, but better. But there can't be anything better than that.
I'm sorry. But being with you makes me happy. I really love you.
Oh my Jesus. Let's go. Making her way over to me, Carrie wraps her arms around me tightly as if she never wants to let go. The smooth the smooth skin of her cheeks brushing gently against my neck. There couldn't be anything more sincere. As she finishes nuzzling against my sweater, Carrie wipes the teardrops out of her eyes. Even with reddened eyes and damp cheeks, she still can't be described with any word other than beautiful. Okay guys, this has been actually interesting so far. I really look forward to the new things that are gonna happen in this story. Kinda like it. So guys, if you enjoyed this, just smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Click that bell button, please. You need to be notified when my video goes out, of course. So, if you're not following me on Twitter or Instagram, just follow me if you can. I would appreciate it and be happy about it and cry about it and sleep, of course. I'm just kidding. But I would appreciate it. That would be cool. And guys, please join our Discord server. I'm gonna leave the link of our Discord server in the description. It's called The Dawn, and I hope you join so we can talk on the server. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. As always, stay hot and peace out.